Libya, officially the state of Libya, is a country in the Maghreb region in North Africa. It has a total area of 1.7 million square kilometer. Tripoli is its capital and largest city. Arabic is the official language of the country. Libyan dinar is its official currency. Its six land bordering countries are Algeria, Chad, Egypt, Niger, Sudan, and Tunisia. With the Mediterranean Ocean to the north and the Sahara Desert to the southwest, Libya is the fourth largest country in Africa after Algeria, Congo, and Sudan. As such, it is 2.5 times as big as the US states of Texas. With these third, Tripoli, the capital of Libya, was in a position to help protect American ships from attack by Barbary pirates in the 19th century, since after all, some of them were based there. By paying protection to the Sultan, the US ships sailed the Mediterranean unmolested. When the went up, the two countries went to war twice in what came to be known as the Barbary Wars. In Libya's entire history, it only had one king. King Idris reigned from 1951 until he was overthrown by Colonel Gaddafi in 1969. During the later years of Gaddafi's regime, the country's full official name was Great Socialist People's Libyan Arab Jamhuriya. Although an Islamic nation today, Libya was an early Christian center historically. Currently, at least two political groups have set up governments for Libya, but only one of them is recognized as legitimate by the rest of the world. The fighting and instability in the country was responsible for the deaths of almost 1,800 migrants fleeing several countries in North Africa. They died trying to cross the Mediterranean Sea to Europe in the summer of 2015. Libya's 1,770 kilometers of Mediterranean Sea coast is the longest of any North African country. The area of Mediterranean Sea north of Libya is frequently called the Libyan Sea. Much of the central and eastern area of the country is covered by the Libyan Desert. The Libyan Desert is one of the most sun-baked and arid places on earth. There is no average rainfall. The land may go for decades with no rain, and the highlands for 5 to 10 years without it. North of mountains of Jebel Juvenat, the Libyan plain is dotted with eroded volcanic features. This area also contains the Archean structures, though at one time to be the two meteorite impact craters. When oil was discovered in 1950s, an enormous aquifer underneath much of Libya was also found. The aquifer's water predates the last ice ages. Beside revenues from oil exports, petrochemical, iron, aluminium, and steel manufacturing accounts for 20% of Libya's GDP. Libya's poor soil and climatic conditions severely limit how much food can be grown within the country, so it imports about 75% of its population's food. The Libyan dinar is the national currency. Libya is home to the largest proven oil reserves on the African continent. It makes a major contribution to the world supply of sweet light crude. Although the World Bank names the country as an upper middle income economy after years of political unrest, Libya's unemployment rate is 21% and the money from their oil is not benefiting the majority of its people. Tripoli is the capital and largest city of Libya as well as the port of Tripoli. Tripoli is also the capital for most international businesses in the country as well. Tripoli is a Greek word that means three cities. The Arabic name for it is Tarabulus. It is located on the edge of the desert on a point of rocky land that projects out into the Mediterranean, forming a small bay. Tripoli is also known as the Pyramid of the Mediterranean for its turquoise waters and whitewashed buildings. Tripoli's old town, the Medina, still has much of its old world look. Tourists will find the Red Castle Museum here with its vast palace complex and numerous courtyards on the outskirts of the Medina. Here also is the Travelers Library. The majority of the Libyan population lives in its coastal area city. Traditional tribal society life is the norm in the Berber villages of western Libya. In the south, you will find the Tuaregs. Libyan people traditionally lived in extended families. Today, many young couples get their own place instead of living with the husband's family. The couples even choose their own mates, particularly those who live in the cities. In rural areas, traditional arranged marriages still occur. The Berbers identify themselves with their village or tribe before their country. All the desert tribes collectively are known as Bedouins. They lead nomadic lives, moving with their livestock or settling in farming villages in oases. The Tuaregs were the original desert traders who transported goods by camels across the desert. With robes dyed with indigo, they are sometimes called the Blue people. Libya's national language is Arabic, but the people also speak Italian and English. Libyans are warm and welcoming people. When greeting another, they shake hands and maintain the handshakes as long as the verbal greetings is no ongoing. Men shake with men, but wait for women to initiate a handshake from woman to man.